And welcome everyone. Gonna make sure the volumes are good as per the usual, and we'll be good to go. Gonna make sure the volume, and they sound good. All I need to do is hear a couple of syllables, and that's how I know it's good. I don't know where I have rematch there. I have to change that up. Malachi, good to see you as always. Welcome. I don't know why I have rematch there. I'm going to remove rematch, and hopefully it'll change. What's going on, Renato? Good to have you with me, my one and only mod. Shirley, Buka, good to see you. Random person I can't pronounce your name who said hi. How's it going? Shirley. Yeah, Malachi, you were a little late to that, buddy. It's all good, though. I hear rumors that we're going to be doing that again. So, if you didn't win one 2 days ago, you may have a chance in the near future. So, who knows? Oh, good. I'm glad that the title changed. I don't know why I had rematch in there. There is no rematch here. Ah, good. It's always good to get feedback. I'm glad that you like the skin. I had only seen previews of it, so, but from what I understand, it looked pretty legit. I am not sure, Malachi. Not quite sure. Should be in the near future, though, because they kind of liked that idea. They liked what it brought. It's your favorite? Oh, cool. Well, it's unfortunate it only lasts for 7 days, but enjoy it for this whole week, buddy. Wear it as a sign of pride. So we got a pretty cool matchup today, everyone. BFA, as you guys saw on Tuesday, had a dominant performance against Texas versus a very skillful SCOH in the blue. I believe they're missing some people, sadly, though. 2, 4, so yeah, I'm only seeing 7 over here. This is unlike it. Yep, and Renato said it the best. They'll post about it. Oh, really? Oh, good. And then that's really all that matters, as long as you get that thumbs up from your fellow players. It's really all that matters. Yeah, I tried to make the questions interesting. I'll probably have a similar setup for the next time we do that. Although I'll probably make them a little more tricky. That way people who have bad latency issues can sort of guess. So we'll see how this one goes. Looks like BFA has a full roster. SCOH looks like they have not so full of a roster. So if it ends up becoming a runaway because they have fewer players, this might be a shorter stream. I'm pretty tired as it is. And I got one more day of work. But I will come back strong on Sunday, obviously. Pretty sure if anyone has a permanent castle skin, they want to hold on to for themselves. Although, when my good buddy God of War transferred, he gave me the shards to a permanent skin, and because I had a couple of those shards, so he gave me that since he couldn't transfer with them. Well, if it were up to me, Malachi, I would never make temporary skins. I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. Because, like, I actually have a 30-day castle skin that's very exclusive. It was for me being in the Savage Siege, but I'm never going to pop it because I don't want to lose it. I'm just sentimental like that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Amir, you were one of my winners. I remember that. Congrats to you as well. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know our good buddy Renato is on top of sending those out pretty quickly, so I know all 5 winners are enjoying them. If you're just joining us, welcome. Should be an interesting fight, so long as SCOH brought a full roster. It doesn't look like they did, though, unless I'm missing something. But we'll see. There you go, buddy. Take screenshots, because once it's gone, it's gone. That's like your only way to save those temporary skins is just to have a screenshot of your former glory. Yep. Gotta memorialize it some way, I guess. Actually, I'm gonna do a little something here. 1 second. Let's see. How do I do this? I always forget how did I do it before? Oh, you know what? I have to be on the other one. Let's see. There you go, Malachi. You may not have won the castle skin, but you've literally been in my stream almost every time. First one to talk to me. So I'm going to grant you moderator status. You now have a little wrench next to your name like our good buddy Renato. So congrats. Whenever I can get Muffin back in here, I'll probably give her mod status too. Oh my god, it's cold in my room. It's cold in my room. I have to adjust here. Let's see, we got another 7 minutes before the match begins. Let's see if anything changed on SCOH's side. 2, 4, no. Well, actually, that's one more extra one now. 2, 4, 6. No, it's 7 still. Darn it. Well, I really hope this isn't one-sided, unfortunately, but we will see. Like, as I always try and pick the more competitive matches, at least the ones that look like they're gonna be competitive based upon standings. And this was by far the more competitive one. I mean, pretty much any fight that BFA is going to be a hard-fought match for the enemy. But then I was looking at teams like Texas and HOC, and they're playing like, you know, what we in the industry call cupcake teams. You know, when you're watching like, let's say Alabama in football play against someone like Tulane. Yeah, Tulane's a cupcake. You know, it's just okay. That's just a gimme win. This shouldn't be a total gimme as long as SCOH showed up. Seems we got some BFA fans in chat. Most of my viewers seem to be either Texas fans or BFA fans. So when 2 days ago when we had that match between those two, it was kind of a divided chat there. I mean, that's fine. We got about 5 minutes. Grab your beverage and eats of choice. See, they're having loudspeaker wars. BF, dang it, God of War, you're my boy. You're always gonna be my boy, but God, you're a bigger troll than even I am. Oh, God dang it! Oh no! Can we rally castles yet? Oh god, they're gonna do it. I mean, I love castle rallies. If there's a bunch of castle rallies and this is a runaway, I might just keep streaming the whole time as long as we have that going for us. Less than 4 minutes. Malachi wants to see your castle, buddy. I wouldn't mind seeing it too, either. But unfortunately, I must stream, and I cannot see it. I actually asked one of my friends who ended up winning as well what it looked like. He never sent it to me, though. What is this conversation going on in chat? Oh man, this is it's I'm not even gonna I'm not gonna no, not touching that one. 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh god, I'm so tired. I almost considered not streaming today, but I was like, I posted it in the players chat that I do it, so you know. What's up, cool gamer? Good to see yet another familiar face. So many people in different kingdoms. I think I'm probably in the newest of kingdoms amongst everybody here. I think. I don't know. Coming up on the 2-minute warning, getting ready to start. We'll know pretty soon if SCOH has what it takes. Just remember, if you want a skin here and they ask where you got it from, just tell them to follow my channel. You never know when we'll do another one. Cool gamer, you can if you want, you can send an email to my gaming email. It's clashcastcontact@gmail.com. I'll actually go ahead and type that in just so you can see it. Make sure I got that right. Yeah, this is what I used when we were doing the podcast. So, there you go. Yeah, clashcastcontact@gmail.com. That's what I use for gaming inquiries and such. Hey, see? So you never know. You never know what's going to happen. The people over in at Clash of Kings seem to like me. I mean, Renato seems to like me. So, you know, they give me a couple extra things here and there for you guys. Less than a minute, everyone. On Chrome. Half a minute. As always, we'll focus on the crystal mine unless Night Hall is going to be up soon. Let's check it. No, okay. So we'll focus in on the crystal mine. We'll see how things are going to go, and the loudspeakers are still going. So many loudspeakers. They need to disable that for the next season. Either way, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's how tired I am. I can't count. Oh, no. All right, here we go. Let's see what we get. We see a long march coming in from the side of BFA. It looks like they will first control the crystal mine, and they are now filling. We see God of War doing that. We do see that BFA also has North and South Tower blessings. It would appear Training Grounds is an SCOH control as well. Well, the armory isn't even touched right now. I will zoom in on that, though. Can't see the color. Okay, so the color is blue, so that is SCOH. So SCOH has the armory and the Training Grounds. BFA has the North and South Tower blessings and the crystal mine. That's an interesting start there. So we'll see what the first battles include. Looks like they're going to be going straight for the Training Grounds. That's going to be a BFA rally. Also looks like SCOH stole the South Tower blessings right from under them. So that happened. That was a pretty good destruction there. All right, so BFA is waging war against both the the training grounds and the armory. And they're also going for that South Tower Blessing. So they are going for all three structures all three major structures that are not under their control. Very aggressive by BFA here. And I believe, yep, so this is going to be the first one that's going to be hit. So let's go ahead and zoom in on the training grounds. We see that first line coming through. I did not see a double rally being set for, so they seem pretty confident in their single rally ability here. Those numbers change. We know that it's an offensive victory. We see that quick march coming in from SCOH to try and take it back because BFA does take control of it. It unfortunately does not work. BFA maintains control even after that quick march. Let's see what the battle report said for us. It says a grand victory. Jeez. So this isn't even like an issue of like there weren't enough troops in there because SCOH had a full contingent in there. 3.4 million. But we just see how strong BFA is time and time again. Now, the stats look decently comparable. I mean, there's about a 30% difference, a 40% difference in cav attack. Archer attack is also about that much. Defensive and offensives. I mean, it just comes down to the types of troops, I believe. I mean, we could actually take a look at that and see how that worked. The first one is the offensives. I mean, just tons of T-13. I'm also seeing that they're using the Shadow magic word. At least a few of them are. Which is debatable. I mean, you can either use that. You usually want to use that in a super rally. But if that's the only one that they can get, which I believe, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that is the case, then, yeah, it's actually good to have. So let's take a look. So BFA was successful in getting the training grounds. They were also successful in getting the armory and the South Tower Blessings. In the meantime, SCOH did take over the Crystal Mine. So a little bit of back and forth going on right now. And it looks like BFA just set a double rally for the Crystal Mine to retake it. We'll see if that's successful for them. Looks like it is, actually. Yep, those numbers did get larger. So let's actually look at the very first rally if we can. It actually doesn't have it. So I was hoping we could see how SCOH got the Crystal Mine. Doesn't show, though. But again, we see the dominant performance by BFA. 9.7 million power loss on BFA's side, 21.6 on SCOH. Nearly no survivors there. Now these stats look just a little bit more lopsided than the previous one that we've seen. But we also know that their troop counts are very specific. They focus very heavily on T-13 cav, T-12 cav, and T-12 archers. Now we're going to see a rally being set for the supply point, which is under SCOH control. And the current points is actually pretty close. 366 in favor of BFA. SCOH with 248. Very narrow margin there. And the Night Hall is in play, so let's go and look at this for a little bit. So so BFA was sending troops in, SCOH. Okay, so it's about an even spread of who's sending in what into here. Now, did everyone just see that? It looked like, did the Night Hall just reset? Please tell me you all saw that. I actually just watched it on the, because there's a 10-second delay on my stream as opposed to live. And it literally went from like 30% back up to 100. Renato, I hope you saw that. So I'm actually going to keep watching this now because I want to see if that happens again. I guess it's not a big deal. I mean, it's just more time to get more things. Is that so? Well, I'm glad we have Monzi here to tell me that because I had zero clue about that. See, this is why I'm a John Madden and I'm not a Jerry Rice. I am a commentator. I'm not a player. But thank you for that info. Good to know. Monzi, I'm still waiting for my picture of that skin you won. Just saying. Everyone else is talking about how sexy it is, but I don't know. Looks like Nighthawk's not even being focused that hard right now. There are tons of rallies going on. Mostly for the Towers of Blessings. We see some for the Armory. Tons for the Armory. And counter rallies. So let's see how long it's going to take for the first one to go through. It is marching. Alright, so we'll actually go ahead and focus on this since it's taking so long. So this Tower of Blessings is under BFA control. So SCOH is setting the rally for it. Looks like a defensive victory for BFA. Yeah, indeed. So 2 rallies went through. Wow. Kensai was no match for Footsie over here. No survivors in that at all. But just look at Footsie's percentages here. I mean, nearly 750% cav attack, 773 archer attack. The damages are nominal, like they're not much different than the attacking or defending people. But even with that, they didn't have enough time to reinforce, and it was still no match. Over a 9 million power difference. So BFA showing that they can be dominant in even double rallies. So good job on their part. Currently no battles are being set. I think they're starting to try to finish off the Night Hall. Let's zoom in on that. And it is still going on. We have about 12% left. Going down to 8, 7. Now jumping down to 4, 2. The shield should be popping up any second now. There she goes. Let's see what the points are right now. And now we see BFA once again, like always, pulling away. Nearly 1,000 points. They have 958 points versus SCOH's 587. We're looking at the board right now, and the 3 major structures are under BFA control, as well as the Armory, and they're contending the training grounds. And it's about a split. It's mostly blue for the smaller structures. So at least SCOH has that. But they're going to need to start really taking a lot of these things away. So now we see that the South Tower Blessings is going to receive a double rally from SCOH. And as always, we see that counter rally being set. And even a counter to the counter rally. This is counter rallyception. However, we do see a victory here in favor of SCOH, but will the counter rally come in time to re-steal it? So we are going to look at that before we look at the battle reports, because I'm seeing those lines coming in quick. Watch and see if those numbers change higher. And they do. BFA retakes it, but will the counter to the counter rally switch it back over? That's something I can't tell right now. Looks like we're getting disbursement, though, so I will be able to see it. It does look like it's maintaining BFA control. As far as I saw. No. SCOH, with their counter to a counter rally, was able to retake it. Very strong by SCOH. That's impressive. So, and you see the line of events right here. Starting with the grand victory. We see BFA came through and brought it down. Then you look up above, and then you see BFA take it back. And then SCOH took it back once again. So it changed hands 3 times in the course of 1 minute. With the final victor being SCOH. Now, they're not giving up. We do see BFA going right back for it. They're setting a normal rally for it. How will SCOH respond? It looks like they're setting rallies for the crystal mine. So while the South Tower Blessings may succumb to BFA, BFA will have to be on their toes because the Crystal Mine is going to be close on their heels here. So let's focus on that. I think that's about to go through. BFA troops are going back. It's fully reinforced. It's ready to go. See how long we have to wait for that one. So it's about 14 seconds. So actually, this one's going to hit first. I'm just going to say this. I have never seen a counter to a counter rally. That was kind of neat. If I were making highlight reels, that would make it. And we do see that rally go through, and it will become BFA control. SCOH is trying to quick march it back, as evidenced by Kensai here. I'm not sure if that's going to be successful for him. Does not appear to be. Yep, and we just see how that single rally was just enough. Now the stats here are a little bit closer. A2M 1990s is a very good defender here. And it does look like, SCOH was able to take the Crystal Mine, but then BFA took it right back. So that counter rally was there. You need the counter to the counter, unfortunately. That's really all that there is to that. Yep, and there it is. God of War's contingent just plowed right through. Over 100% extra cav attack on his part. Over 100% infantry defense on his part. And about just under 60% extra archer attack. So we're looking at all the major stats here, and God of War has just trumped everything mostly. What's going to be the next battle? Well, I'm looking at this, and that actually looked like a duel. It looked like a... Yeah, I can tell because of the shinies. Yep. Yep, so there was a duel, and it was... So what did they send in the duel is what I'm wondering. They sent T13. Okay. I mean, whatever. I never understood the idea of duels. Really, I would never even talent into duels for this. I would just put it somewhere else. But I guess since you get max level, Lord level, it doesn't really even matter, I guess. But if it did matter, I wouldn't talent into it. Actually, I don't think anyone would, but whatever. All right, now we're seeing a rally being set for the Crystal Mine. BFA control. But we see the counter rally directly below it. So we'll see how that one goes. That's the only one, and someone stink bombed. Why not? Why not? So incoming on the first rally, but that's a little early for BFA. They already control it, don't they? Might actually read that wrong. No, it's going backwards. So yeah, that was a little early for them, but they had a separate rally down below, so it's not going to matter too much. Yep, still red. That's still BFA control, but the SCOH one should be coming in momentarily. In about 5 seconds, it will start ticking points down for BFA. Did it go through yet? It did go through, so we're still waiting. I don't think there was any battle reports for this. Oh, no. I'm mistaken. It actually did go through. It was a grand defeat. Jeez, God of War's contingent just held so strong against that. How's the offensive damage? That's the one thing I should have known about. I mean, that's still pretty comparable. So what was sent? So I'm seeing by all these even numbers that these are custom-made marches. At least a couple of these are. Now I do like the now look at this. I do like the amount of T13 that was sent in here. So you can tell that this person got a lot of kills. Probably the most out of anybody. Yeah, some of the other ones aren't even getting touched. So the T13 cav are not to be underestimated. They are extremely strong in this. Matter of fact, if you're in an important rally, I would just send like a bunch of that and then just some infantry. Like just do it like a normal kingdom. All right, so both Towers of Blessings are going to be rallied here. I'm sorry, that's a medical hall. That's my bad. They look so similar. So this is the Tower of Blessings that's going to be hit pretty soon. In the meantime, there was a medical hall being hit. But SCOH is going to focus on that Tower of Blessings. They're going to focus on the Crystal Mine. And then there's a secondary rally as well for that Tower Blessing. That's not a counter rally. They're just both receiving double rallies. They just send them at different times. But down below, we see the counters. The counters are real. This has been BFA's rhetoric for a while now. SCOH figured out a little bit with their counter to the counter rally, but I haven't seen that too much elsewhere. We're just seeing a bunch of lines coming in. That's looking like a defensive victory. We will look at the battle reports just to make sure. Yep. It's a narrow defeat, though. So I'm wondering if these... Okay, so that just wasn't a full rally, so we're not even going to count that one. So the first one that really came in, and that's... I mean, it's still a big gap, but it's not as big of a gap as we've been seeing, right? So what happened was we had 1.7 million survivors, which was probably all that was left in here. A little bit less, actually. And it was a narrow defeat. Kensai almost was able to take him out with his contingent. Now, what's interesting is that Kensai only sent 2.9 million troops. We know that rallies can get up to 3.5. Had that been filled, that might have been a switchover. Just minor details that can mean the difference between victory or defeat. Night Hall will be coming up decently soon, about 7-8 minutes or so. And we still have the... We did have the Crystal Mine. What's the time on it? Did SCOH take it and then BFA take it back? I think that's what happened, actually. We don't see any evidence of that, though. No, never mind. My goodness. I mean, I would like to know how they're getting their stats higher, and they have invited me to come over into their Discord. I just get really tired after these streams. But they're doing something very interesting to get their stats so high. All legal, by the way. Like, they're totally playing legit. But I would love to know how they're doing it. Like, for sure. Definitely want to know. We're seeing a little bit of a switch up here. We see a supply point that is under SCOH control that BFA is going to try and take away. Incoming rallies and incoming change. Just as simple as that. I find that the smaller structures kind of resolve quicker. That was a singlet. Oh, was this another duel? Yeah, another little duel. God of War likes his duels. Actually, I would like to know who he dueled. I went through that a little bit quickly. I always like to know who's on his target list. Okay. Alright. Might have just been testing the waters with him to see what his stats were. But these are the raw stats right here. And God of War's raw stats are just far superior. So duels actually give you a lot of information if you know what you're looking for. What's next on the list? We see a double rally being set for... that's a triple rally. So, all intents and purposes, this should go over to SCOH. I have never seen someone come out of a triple rally, at least 3 full triple rallies, and make it out. The question is there a counter rally being set for it? There are 2. No, there's only 1. Is there? It's hard to tell sometimes. It does look like there's a single rally, but now we see again. I'm going to go back over this one more time. So we have 3 rallies being set for. There's a counter rally, and then this bottom one is a counter to the counter rally. And if it's anything like last time, SCOH should take this over. And they did, actually. So while I was talking, it actually did go over. Now they're going to have to watch out because the counter and the counter to the counter... Say that 5 times fast. We're set nearly at the same time, so you don't want to speed up. If you're on SCOH, you do not want to speed it up until you see your enemy's one land. Now, while that's resolving, let's see how many it took. Unfortunately, there are no battle reports for this. That's okay. That's okay. I am very curious to see how this is going. And you do see that slow march of death happening right now. It's very good. It's very good timing. While that's happening, let's see what the points are right now. Oh, jeez. BFA with 2,455. SCOH with 819. It's probably the largest gap I've seen so early in the game. So again, they are slow marching it, which is the correct move to do. Oh, and now they get slid in. Now, do we get a report for that? We do not. Darn it. I really wanted to see that. I guess we'll just look at the color system right now. So right now, it's still under SCOH control. I'm seeing a lot of SCOH troops going backwards, and the numbers did get bigger, so it did become BFA. But are there any other marches happening? And it is, but it's for BFA, so it does not matter. So while it is a very good strategy, it is not one that is unconquerable. And what I'm talking about is the counter to the counter rally. I mean, we're getting into some very sophisticated strats here. I'm just going to put that out there. Ooh, there it goes. It did go through. SCOH was able to, at the end, take over the Tower of Blessings. Very good job. No current battles are being set. I feel this is going to be the only way to really stop BFA. Oh, wow, look at that. BFA took it right back again. I mean, SCOH is putting up a phenomenal effort to stay on top of their counter rallies. It's just proving to be a little too much. So let's see. So we do have a couple of reports here. Not all of them. So this is BFA going in and taking it over. We see that one. SCOH trying to take it back. Looks like I'm only getting the positives for BFA. I'm not getting too many of the good ones for SCOH. It's a little weird, but oh well. That's okay. Let's see what the next battles are going to be. Alright, we're going for the exact same Tower of Blessings. We are staying with this structure. You would think that after a while that the brick and mortar would just fall apart in the Tower of Blessings. It's pretty darn strong though. We see that resolving. Those are SCOH troops going backwards, so it looks like that didn't do it. However, you did see over here that Kensai was trying to also send troops in. More SCOH, so that was the double hitting. And it looks like it's still under BFA control. But then again, we do know of how strong the defensives are for BFA. And that's exactly what happened. Full contingent in there, 3.5 million troops. 2.5 survived. Then we go over here. We see that even a little bit lower, but it still was not to take. It was not enough to take out OK Thor's contingent. I mean, but look at that infantry health, 234%. That's one of the highest ones I've seen in this so far. I wouldn't be a bit surprised though if he had the infantry hero in there. Let's see if that theory is correct. I'm just gonna fast move these guys. Yeah, I called it. Wasteland Warrior. That's the reason. Wasteland Warrior with his buffs enabled probably gave him that boost in there. I'd like to also see the infantry count. Now this is interesting. He didn't send any infantry. He sent the Wasteland Warrior, but he didn't have any infantry in there. Who else had infantry? Okay, so I'm sure everybody else had infantry. I gotta believe that. Not many though. I mean, this is a weird formation. If you're sending your infantry hero and you're not sending many infantry. Okay, here we go. We do see Little Miss Tink sent a whole bunch. And barely any there. I don't know why you only sent that. Alright, well, hey. I'm not going to claim to understand their strategy for that, but it worked because they have it. So, there's that. No current battles are being set. And the Night Hall should be... Okay, yep, then that's the reason. Night Hall's going. It's always hard to remember when the Night Hall's being active. Shield is already up. I mean, that was a huge frenzy. No one was setting rallies during that time. 3,123 points in favor of BFA versus SCOH's 1050. This is looking like a case of second verse same as the first for BFA. All right, we're seeing once again the rallies are being set. And for the exact same Tower of Blessings, the South Tower. I mean, unless SCOH can think of something quick, this is going to look like yet another BFA victory. I do believe that BFA is the only team that's undefeated. And we're really starting to see why that's the case. I mean, just look at the board. All 5 major structures, okay, 4 of the 5 major structures are in full red control. South Tower's in contention. And you also see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the smaller structures under red control. Versus 12 of the smaller structures in SCOH's favor. So they're just dominating the board. So we are seeing a little bit of extra action here. Same Tower Blessing we were talking about, and then the Crystal Mine will be close thereafter. So let's see. Let's see if this is going to go through first. I thought that was SCOH trying to weaken it. That would have been a great strategy if they had done that. But we're still waiting for those marches to go through. Actually, at this rate, the Crystal Mine might go first. And actually, it is marching. Okay, here it comes now. I was sort of wondering where it was because I thought it was pretty soon. So there goes one, but that was actually BFA. That was their counter rally. I'm wondering if they're trying to psych them out as far as timing goes. Now that might be a case. SCOH might be starting a rally, waiting for the counter rally, ending that rally, and then making a brand new one. If anyone followed that logic at all. I mean, that would be yet another way to counter the, it would be a way to counter the counter rally. I had to think of another way. I got to think of another term besides counter because it's just not working. I'm going to be confusing people way too much. All right, but in that meantime, we did see some action at the Crystal Mine, and it did switch hands for a little bit. Let's see if we have both of those. Okay, we actually do. Okay. So, SCOH first sent their first contingent, and it just did not connect very well. Then we saw SCOH bring it in yet again, and they did take it. However, the counter rally was right there. It's not even a counter rally, even. Well, there was a counter rally. We just don't see it. Okay, so are we getting castle rallies? No, these are just weird. Wanted to make sure because I saw a lot of castle pictures. I wanted to make sure we weren't having castle rallies because there are. We're watching that first and foremost. All right, a slew of action is about to come now, as the Crystal Mine is going to receive more love. Then the same Tower of Blessings that has been on everyone's mind is going to be hit yet again. But the first that's going to come is the Crystal Mine. We'll see if SCOH can pull this one out and get it. We've reached the halfway mark in the match. Current score is 3,538 in favor of BFA versus SCOH's 1078. Looks like those are going to start resolving soon. We do see the battle animations going through. Watch those numbers if you can. Alright, there's disbursement. Disbursement of SCOH. So So it's looking like, yep, that's a defensive victory for BFA. Yeah, it was a defeat for SCOH. Nearly double the power loss. I mean, this is just ridiculous. There's such a power difference. Again, we are looking through all these things. This looks more like a quick march to me. I mean, again, you have to look at this. Now, this one is not a quick march because they sent 400,000 T-13, and they got nearly 200,000 kills. That's pretty good. And we see also, now look at this. The T-12 Siege are getting some good kills in there. 104,000 for the ones that they sent. That's a higher percentage yield than the T-13s. So the T-12 Siege might be a way to go in the future. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing anyways. That's an interesting note there. No battles are currently being set. And everything is still coming up BFA. Still no battles. No battles are being set. So let's take a look at this actually. Now that's interesting. BFA's victory rate for defenses and attacks is 100%. Every one they've sent has been a victory. I mean, these are pretty cool. These are pretty cool stats to look at if you can break that down well enough. And it just shows. It just shows where they're getting their points at and how they're doing it. Still no battles are being set. I'm wondering if this is SCOH giving up. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. There's just so much going on. Like, but yet again, I have to give it to SCOH for coming up with the counter strategy. The counter to the counter rally. They may have cracked the code. You just need to execute now. And then if I saw them right, and I could be wrong, I could have just made this up on my own, but when SCOH made a rally, BFA made their normal counter rally, but then SCOH canceled the rally to reform it so that the counter rally was null and void. Okay, here we go. Here we got some action here. Supply point under SCOH control, so this is going to be a BFA attack. It is fully reinforced. So at least there is that. So this will be a fair fight. But that's really the only battle that's going on. It has 14 seconds before it hits. So we have a little bit of time to just chill. Let's see what the night hall time is. Oh yeah. Tons of time. All right, going back over here because it should be going pretty soon. Here comes a sped up line. Oh, I always enjoy the hustle. Get it done, get it over with, get your troops back, set it up again. Rinse and repeat. And there's a changeover with no troops going backwards. I'm wondering if there was any troops in there to begin with. Grand victory. And there wasn't, well, yeah, it wasn't the full contingent. There was only 1.2 million troops in there. So, clear victory, understandable. All right, we do see a triple rally being set for the crystal mine. So SCOH is going to try and get this. But yeah, I think that if anyone watches this, I think this is going to probably be the most important VOD for any enemy team going up against BFA. Like, this is the way to crack the code. If they continue with the same strategy, like, I mean, they could switch it up, obviously. But if they want to crack the code and they stay with it, this is how you do it. You just need to figure out a way to execute it properly, which is going to take a ton of communication. Like, tons of Discord communication. If anyone ever raided in World of Warcraft times, and you knew you knew that your raid leader was giving out instructions, like that's the type of coordination you almost need here. Now I'm staying focused. I'm not moving around too much right now because I'm waiting to see how the crystal mine pans out. I guess we can see if the counter rallies are being set. Never mind. There's something more interesting. We got a castle rally going on. That's going to be interesting. So I think we're gonna say goodbye to the crystal mine. We're gonna they teleported. Oh, come on. Oh, I don't. Oh, that's boo. Boo. I wanted to see the rally. Oh well. Alright, we'll go to crystal mine. Fine. God forbid everyone give me what I want. Alright, so the rally went through. It is still under BFA control. So 2 of them went through that at least we have reports for. Again, it's basically flipped. If you think about it, SCOH's wounded was BFA's survival, and what SCOH's survive was BFA's wounded. Again, if that makes any sense. I mean, but the stats look pretty good here, actually. The stats for Archer is actually only 2% lower than BFA here. Cav attack is way low, though. So, I mean, there are clear differences here. There are. I mean, this wouldn't even have a full rally. If it did, it might have actually stood a chance. But they are going to try again. They're going to try it again. I do admire their tenacity here. I mean, they're keeping it going, right? And again, I'm going to reiterate, if there's any enemy teams who have to face BFA soon, watch this VOD carefully, because SCOH, I think, cracked the code. They're just not they're not executing it perfectly, and they're not executing it every time. Like the optimal way, and this is with like godlike speeds, right? So the optimal way to do this is to do exactly what it is. So if you want to go for like the crystal mine and do that up. Then as soon as you secure it, you have to be watching BFA like a hawk. And then as soon as they set the rally, you have to set your own counter rally. And in the meantime, you have to be contesting yet another structure. That's the only way to do this. And I know it's difficult, especially if you're behind. Like I said in the other one, there is no catch-up mechanic. There's no, oh, well, you get this far behind, so you get more points for structures. No. There is absolutely no catch-up mechanic here. You either do or you don't. And it favors the person who takes the lead the quickest. It's just the way it is. No battles are being set, but we see a couple they're still trying to resolve. Nope, maybe not actually. It might have already went through. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with everything that's going on. Yeah, so we didn't even see a report for that. So no battles are currently being set. I mean, this is clearly going to be a BFA win. It just is. But definitely watch this VOD and see how you can perfect on what SCOH has already laid the groundwork down for. Like, I know SCOH is going to win. I mean, SCOH is going to lose horribly to this, but I give them huge props for what they did as far as their strategy went, because it proved successful. It did. It just wasn't consistently acted upon. That's all. Still nothing being set. Wouldn't surprise me if they're going to start doing some castle rallies, but since they tried that once before and they sort of ported, they may actually not do it. Okay, so it looks like they're going to try yet again. They're going to focus on Kensai here. they're just going to go all out on him. Now, I believe that fire is just from a duel. It's not actually when he got burned earlier. Although I will check and see if, in case he was fully burned by a real rally. It wasn't anything recent, so we're going to see that go through. Let's actually look at his power, too. His power is 244 mil. And they should be colliding pretty soon. Excuse me. So we have about 30 seconds going on there. So while that's happening, we are seeing a rally being set for the South Tower Blessings. But there's just tons of rallies going up against Kensai here. And you see all the rallies kind of coming out, unless those are reinforcements. Actually, and those were reinforcements because they're heading backwards. And heading backwards. Hopefully Kensai remember to put a hero on his walls. If he didn't, this is going to be kind of a one-sided match. Is it going through yet? Oh, okay. Okay, so they are marching. Okay, there's the first one going through. And we will have to look at the reports to see who won. Because he's already on fire. No, this is not going to, yeah. Pretty sure it's going to be a victory for BFA. They did it last time, and it just proved victorious. Now, it looks like it's still resolving, because we don't have a report for it just yet. I mean, that's just, there's just so much. Actually, I guess we can look at the power difference, too, while we're still waiting for everything to resolve. And I can't click on it. Trying to click on it, can't click on it. Can't do it, can't do it. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's a narrow defeat. Look at that. All right, so let's look at this first one, guys. So look at that, yeah. Just over 1 million power difference. And yet they almost took him out. Now, thankfully, he did throw a hero on the walls. I can tell based upon the stats here. Oh, that was so close, though. Look at that. And then, but the second one went through, and there was enough dead in order to actually have it. That one was just a much more significant difference. He had no time to heal. So that went through. It looks like it's just leaving. Completely leaving him. Oh, God. He lost 100 million power. If you guys saw that. He lost 100 million power from where he was. Okay, yep, there they are. There they are. So the first one was a defeat. Then the other four came through. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the reason why those are less is because there's just a lot more infantry in there. And infantry are just hard to kill. They just are. The poor. So there goes one person. I mean, I do like rally. I do like castle rallies. It makes the game fun. And props to him for staving off one of them. But yeah, 5. A penta rally. He got penta rallied. Ah, jeez. All right. Well, it's nearly 5,000 points for BFA. And 1,300 for SCOH. I mean, we all know who's going to win this one. I'm just sort of watching in case there's more castle rallies. And there is. So A2, the guy who hopped last time, will now be rallied against. He has 289 million points. 289 million power, sorry. When it's 10:15 and you've been up since 5:30, you start to slur your words a little bit. Go figure. Yep, and he ported. He doesn't want to be hit. And I don't blame him. I might even port myself. So that rally will not be set. And instead, we will hopefully wait for another rally. Oh, wait. Let's actually look at the Night Hall. Is that something that's... Oh, again, I get this Sixth Sense like way too late. Way too late. Oh, I've been ignoring chat. I guess I'll talk to you guys for a little bit. I'll probably keep the stream open for another 5 minutes, but this is a clear victory for BFA. If anyone's going to stop them, I think they're going to have to capitalize on SCOH's strategy hardcore. And if BFA is a champion team, like they're looking like they might be, then they would probably have to switch up their strat in order to counter people trying to counter them. But, yep. That's the only way they're going to be stopped. They're the only undefeated team left. So, and it's not for good reason, you know? It's definitely... there are reasons why they're undefeated. But I also know a lot of the players on that team, and a lot of them are really good. Give us your presidential pitch. Oh, God. Monzi, you've got this strange obsession with me being president. And the only thing I could promise you is that there will be blood. Just like in, you know, the Saw franchise. The only thing I can promise is that there will be blood. It may be mine. It may be someone else's, but there will be blood. 11th hour, not 6 cents. Nah, Jake, SCOH is not bad. No, dude. You should have seen, they actually were successful in breaking down BFA's strategy. They just didn't do it all the time. No, SCOH is definitely good, though. Oh, okay, Cool Gamer's responding to Sarah. Yeah, Sarah, today isn't a giveaway. It was a couple days ago. However, we are looking at doing another event where I will be giving castle skins away. Well, not me, but COK will be. So, yeah, make sure, Sarah, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. And that way you'll know. Like, I'll have this big thing on here that says giveaway stream. And you'll know. Between love and war, everything. Well, oh man, are you asking me to fill in the blank? I will Google this because I don't want to be wrong. Between love and war, everything is. Hold on. Okay. Somehow I misspelled love. How did I do that? How did I mess that up? How did I mess that up? Oh, this is bad. All I found was All Is Fair in Love and War. I have no clue. I give up. I concede. What's the answer? Did they actually get him? Okay, yeah, they actually got him, I think. Chaos? Oh, you know, that would actually be a pretty cool saying if that's the case. Between love and war, everything is chaos. Yeah, I could see it. I could see that. Yeah, Cool Gamer, I'm actually going to be heading to bed directly after this. But yeah, I will make sure I look at it at least tomorrow at some point. There's no wrong answer. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Sarah. Yeah, I know people were tuning in a lot. Like I had over 2,000 overall viewers for the stream I had Tuesday for the giveaway. So because it was so successful, we will be doing it again. And once again, by we I mean COK will be giving them away, and I will be their spokesperson for it. Love, vacation, and war. Can I take two of the three of those, Buka? I like three of those things. Can you guess which? Is A2 gonna stay still? A2 may stay still. He's not though. Yeah, I don't mind it. Yeah, tomorrow when I have a little more time, I'll look through my email if you guys sent me anything. It's just I have to wake up early for work tomorrow, so I'm literally gonna go right to bed, which is 2 feet away from me. Cool Gamer, you are a good advocate for me. And yeah, the last stream I did got a ton of likes. It's pretty cool actually. You just figured out how to join my stream. Well, hey, I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're enjoying things now. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. This is actually a low energy stream for me, if you can believe it. I'm like so tired right now. I am beyond tired. But I had work, I had class, and now I got home just in time to eat something, and then here. You're counting your likes, Malachi? I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. I'll take it. Did they hit A2? Looks like they got him, but it looks like they weren't successful. Let's look at that really quick. Wow, so they did hit A2 and they lost outright. A2 is able to really hold on there. Not a good job. Oh, on one video. Wait, how'd you do that? You have 20 accounts? Dang. Dangaga. That's a lot of accounts. Not gonna lie. Right, so the second one went through. So we saw that that one went through, and that was kind of a bust. Did the second one break through? No. Man, A2 is holding on strong against BFA's assault. The sheer numbers that are in there, plus his stats are pretty much on par. So yeah, there's no way. There was no way. That might have been the third rally. Let's see if that one went through too. If you guys are watching, this is pretty interesting. Uh-oh. So they set 5 rallies. And it took... So the third one... Was that a victory? Sorry, I have to go backwards. It says a narrow defeat. I don't see how that's a narrow defeat. A2 lost more. So I don't know why that's a defeat, but yeah, the victories came through. It took 5 rallies though, so that's pretty good. That was a really good defense there. I mean, I agree, Cool Gamer, but I'm happy I got that many likes. That's like the most likes I've gotten on one video, besides I think a couple of my... I think my CAD video is probably my highest one. I think that's... Because people really appreciated that one, you know? So I know that that one was a pretty big one. Let's see. Alright, so let's look at the score before I start heading out. Yep, 5,833 points for BFA. 1,631 for SCOH. So I think I'm going to call it here, guys, just so I can have a little extra time to get ready for bed. But thanks a lot, everybody, for talking to me here. You should give out my shout-outs for these. Cool Gamer, Malachi, thanks for talking to me. Buka COK, thanks a lot. Sarah, Cindy, good to have you both. Who else was in here? Dende, thanks a lot for talking to me. MD Shuffle Alam, thank you so much. Jake Lit for Nothing, my fellow YouTuber. Thank you for talking to me. Who else do we have? Going up. Moving on up. A lot of the same people now. The One, thanks for coming in for a little bit there. Ali Riza, thank you. Mary, thanks a lot. Monzi, who always wants me to be president. I don't freaking get it, but thank you. I talked in here, so I guess I'll thank myself. That was kind of cool. Renato, for being one of the best mods in here. Well, one of 2 mods in here. And Shirley for talking earlier. Thanks a lot. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. And I will be back on Sunday. Spoilers, we might have a special stream on Sunday. I'm not sure yet. Don't hold me to that. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. And until next time, I will see you on the battlefield.